Welcome to Dr. Johnny's house called Lunch Break number 3. Yesterday, I talked about a dog that I went to see in the afternoon that has some GI issues, some palatability concerns, diarrhea, upset stomach. And I went back and looked at the medical notes and recognized that this was not the first time, second, or the third time that I went to see this. In fact, it's not uncommon at all for GI issues to be the number one causes for many pet parents to seek veterinary care. What's nice about having a house call practice is I get a chance to get into the home. And getting into the home means that I get a chance to see how the pet lives, where and how the food is arranged, where litter boxes are, etc., etc. This is really important because I can look at humidity and temperature in the house. I can see air quality in the home, which is really important for cats. I can see litter box placement, where it is in the home. I can look at and kind of gauge the noise levels, especially for older pets who can't differentiate scolding from yelling of children running around the house. So when you have an idea of what's going on emotionally in the home, you and I both know that does affect our diet and can affect how food is digested, digested and assimilated and absorbed by the body. Well, I got to the house yesterday, and after I did a complete physical, I asked my client to show me where she keeps the food. And we went and looked into the kitchen, and there the food was in the plastic container, like a lot of us. She would dump the food out in the plastic container and scoop it out into a bowl using her hands. But here's a couple problems that you may not be aware of. Number one, food should be kept in the bag in which it was sold. If you're going to use a plastic container, put the entire bag into the plastic container that you purchase from Container Store or a Home Depot, Lowe's, places like that. These large containers are not food grade, okay? The food grade containers are small. These are the containers that you can keep in the refrigerator. These large containers can leach chemicals out of the food and sometimes make the food impalatable. And once food becomes impalatable, then it makes way for bacteria to get in the food and cause digestive issues. So place the food into the container and then keep the container sealed until use. I recommend that you purchase smaller bags so that you have less food degradement. The attitude I like is to go through a bag in a short period of time so the food is fresher. When you're preparing food, wash your hands, soap and water. No hand sanitizers. Hand sanitizers, as you may or may not know, destroy all bacteria, good and bad, and you need good bacteria in order to keep the balance of your skin healthy. So oftentimes people that use hand sanitizers, picking up food, putting it into bowls, that pet, your pet, then is eating and swallowing food that has bacteria-killing products on them. Guess what? You are now destroying your pet's GI flora, and that's not a good sign, right? So, of course, your pet is going to have palatability issues, GI upset, GI bacterial imbalance. So, wash your hands using hot soap and water. Don't let children play around in the food. Children's hands have all kinds of bacteria, as you know. Wash the dishes, the bowls that the pet eats out of after every meal. Hot water, soap and water. Do not leave food out for more than 2 to 4 hours, especially if it's wet food. Pick the food up. Bacteria can, in fact, cause problems in the food, and then remove it, package it, put it back in the refrigerator. You can warm it back up and put it down later, but do not leave it down for longer than 2 hours. These are some really good tips for you to keep your pet healthy with food storage and why we have GI concerns. This has been Dr. Johnny. See you next time. Bye-bye.